Here.
Supervisor Esposito.
Yes, present. Also present is our town attorney Gerard Parisi. In vocation, I don't see,
Yes, he's not here.
she's not here tonight, so Bob, would you?
Lord, we thank and praise you for the privilege of gathering together. Pray, Lord, that you would help now as we begin our town meeting. We ask and pray that you will just help each one of us to do what's right in the best interest of our town. Lord, we pray that you will guide and direct and lead and help in all situations. For all that you do, we will be careful to give you the praise, the honor, and the glory. In thy name we pray. Amen.
Please remain standing for a pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't know if everybody remembers, but it was a year ago today that Doug Gray passed away. I'd like to give him a moment of silence. All right, thank you all. Okay, highway. Does Ralph have anything?
Nah.
Code enforcement, I don't have anything from Tom, do I?
No, he didn't
He's in
leave it.
Florida.
Yeah.
Water. I think we got his report here. Let's see, water report, September 2025. Do you have any?
He
issues?
didn't leave any of the numbers, yeah, so that part was just left blank.
Okay. Issues, work done. We had none of the following water main breaks, I beg to differ, we did last week. We had a Windy Hill Road, they were without water for about how long ago?
Probably 13 to 15 hours.
Happened at 1:30 in the morning. I wasn't available to take the call. I had some medical procedure done in Cleveland, so I was not up to.
I got the call, I did go over
Jim
there
got the
and
call,
check.
thank you very much too, Jim, for handling that, but you wanted to say that you really didn't have to go down.
No, but I wanted to make sure the road wasn't getting undermined, that's the reason I went. I was concerned that, because it was right there, I was afraid it would be undermining the road.
I mean, Rick called me, but I had my phone off, like I said, I was a little bit under the weather. So, but thank you for taking the call anyway. But he did have it repaired, it'll probably be on next week, or next month's report, since it was done just last week. What was that, on Saturday morning, wasn't it?
Yes.
1:30 in the
30 in the
morning.
morning.
I guess we lost a lot of water.
Well, we lost a lot of water because we couldn't get it repaired immediately. It was gonna take some time. We had to wait for a crew to come in the morning, and they would come until, see, I was there at 7:30, they got there about 7:30.
Yeah, that was water that came in, they certainly couldn't get there at 2 o'clock in the morning. Usually, Rick can isolate the water and just have the houses without it, but apparently couldn't do it there, so. Let's see. Doesn't look like, ordered supplies, worked on 2026 budget. Stewart Company did maintenance on all the booster pumps and checked the condition, all passed. 9/12, 1879, Jonesburg Road, Warner did repair work on their driveway. That was the water leak we had on Jonesburg Road. That was in August, I think. Handed out test results to the public from lead and copper samples. Lead passed, copper failed. I got a call from the health department, and we have to issue a letter to all our residents that are on the water system, that we don't have any corrosion control on there. There was corrosion control on the water system when it was first put in, but somehow it's not being done. Hasn't been done for years and years, I guess, from what I'm told. I've got Doug Cole. He's going to be working on this to install a new corrosion control system or get the other one up and running. And he has to do the calculations to make sure that the corrosion control meets the state standards. That's going to happen. I talked to Doug today, and he's going to be writing the letter and explaining all of this to the residents that are on it. It just failed. It didn't fail by much, but it just failed the copper samples. That's failure from inside the homes, but the water line that goes into it is copper from the pipe going into the homes, but it failed. So health department called me, and of course they were not happy about it. Called me on Friday afternoon. I knew about it about a week ago when Rick got the reports back. So those letters have got to be issued by the end of October 31st. So we're going to be, Doug is going to write up they gave him a tin plate. They sent me that, and I forwarded it on to Doug, talked with him on the phone today, and he's going to be writing a letter and explaining it to him, what's going to be done. We got to put in a new system, or we can get the other one up and running. And he's got to do all of the work to how the system's going to work and how much it's got to be done to get it up and running, and whatever the chemicals is that has to be put into it. So
It doesn't fix it right away, by the way. It does take time. It's not something like, it's not like a chlorine thing where chlorine's low, you inject the chlorine, you're all set. This doesn't work like that. This takes a period of time to go in, to coat the pipes and what have you. Did he say how long it actually does take? I know it takes,
no, Doug didn't tell me that.
could take weeks.
I read the riot act about this from the health department, so they want this done immediately. I guess Niskayuna is going through the same thing. So that's what's going to be done. Doug is going to work on this, and hopefully it'll get done over there. We did not know anything about this. This town board knew nothing about this problem. I never even knew there was a corrosion control on it. I called our old what's his name? Clark Collins. Talked with him about it. He said it was offline before he came on, and it hasn't worked for years and years. So he said he would come over and help if need be to get it up and running. I guess there's a problem with it. It plugs up very easily. Whatever the chemicals is they're supposed to put in there. But he said he would come over and help. I don't know if we need him, but he offered that. I thank him for that. And Doug Cole is certainly going to be working on this along with Rick to get this up and running again. So if everybody, don't be surprised when you get a letter in the mail by the end of the month that we're not in compliance with the corrosion control. So
we had no idea why it was disconnected to begin with.
I mean, it was a nuisance. It was actually it became a nuisance because the chemicals that you put in through this system can plug up. So what you wind up with is a system you gotta go and occasionally unplug, clean it out. So, you know, when something's a nuisance like that, sometimes you think, well, maybe we don't need it. And apparently that's was the rationale.
Obviously, the copper was fine. It was only a little bit over, you said.
Yeah, it was a little.
It's not, yeah, and it's not every house either.
Make a big
My
deal.
I'm
understanding.
just curious what caused them to take and disconnect.
Yeah, it was a bit of a nuisance because it's one more thing to maintain. So it's another piece to maintain, and,
And obviously, if the copper was okay,
Right.
just let it go.
right, so.
Yeah.
The rationale was not, you know, outlandish, in other words, to not do it, but we definitely have to put it back in. And it's not every house all either, my understanding, like, I know my house was tested, mine was clear, but some houses have higher copper.
He also mentioned to me
Yeah.
that, I told him over there, we have a problem trying to find a replacement for our water commissioner. And he told me point blank, that's not our problem, it's not the state's problem. Every town in the state has got the same problem, they can't find people to do it. And that's all I'm gonna tell you is, I want it done, and I want one with a license to operate the system, and I want a backup. And I don't wanna hear anything else about it. So.
And in regards to that, we've interviewed a number of people, we had a couple of folks come out, we were with them for hours the other day, we went through the entire system, right from here to the plant, to every location. We've been interviewing people, we've had one person drop out, we have 2 people definitely committed to school, Morrisville College, we paid for that. That's gonna wind up, being B licenses, so they're gonna get a much higher level of license when they're done with that. And we have 2 candidates going there. I interviewed another candidate, and asked him if he'd be willing to go, you know, work for us on a part-time. He already has a license, but he doesn't wanna do that, so we're kinda going back and forth. We have a couple other ideas, a couple plans in mind, but, this whole thing's been taking an enormous amount of time, trying to get people to do this. And it's even more difficult trying to get people who are licensed to do this. Because we're not, you know, we're not offering somebody a full-time job, full-time position. And, but we'll get it done. We will definitely get it done. We're working on it every day. It's not fun, but, you know, it'll get done.
After they go to school and they complete the course, the problem is after that, they can't immediately run the system.
No, it takes 6 months.
They have to be working in the system for at least 6 months.
Yeah, you have to have an apprenticeship for 6 months under a licensed operator. So
That's
that makes
the
it a
other
little
problem.
tricky. But even that's not completely outlandish. I am talking to one guy with a license. I'm kind of, I don't want to reveal all the details of what we're talking about, but we're working on it. Hopefully, we'll get something done soon. We don't want to dump this whole problem on the next board if we can avoid it.
Well, if anybody doesn't think we haven't been working on this, we've been working on this for the last year and a half. 2 years ago, I tried to get Rotterdam to take this system over, and I met with him for a good portion of the day on a Saturday, probably from 9 until 2:30 in the afternoon, along with their engineer and their town supervisor, and along with Clark Collins. And they didn't want to be involved in it. I was really hoping that they would do it. We did interview, Jim got a hold of the city, and I think we mentioned this before. They looked the system over, and they said we couldn't afford them. Am I correct?
Yeah, no, we took them, and every time we interview a candidate, we have to put 3 hours in working the system, going around the loop, because you can't just interview a candidate, you have to show them everything, show them what we're dealing with. And so it's very, very time consuming. And it's you know, it's exasperating when we get somebody that, you know, we had somebody that we thought was gonna be perfect, but, you know, at the last minute, he decided it wasn't for him. So, you know, those kinds of things are exasperating, you know, but we're trying. It's not like we're not trying. We work on this almost every day, Lou and I, almost every single day. We're doing something in this quest to get this thing under control.
Well, having said that, is there any other questions, Ben? Bob, no?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see, code enforcement. Buildings and grounds, we've got the heating system up and running. Eastern was here, over there, we changed all the filters, and they changed some things around to make it more efficient. Their lead guy, their lead operator, who works on the hospitals and state buildings, he happens to live in our town, lives on Quackenbush Road, and he was here most of the day. And I think he did an excellent job. He changed things around the way he thought it should be. And he does. He lives in our town, and he was available, so he came over and did it.
Tell him how much he charged us.
He didn't charge us.
Nothing. Lives in the town. He did it. He wanted to help us get this system under control. And that's a pretty big deal for a guy to come in and put time in, you know, as an expert. And, you know, because we were frustrated. We were getting very frustrated with this
Well, his
system.
employee too, Eastern agreed to it.
Yeah, everybody, you know,
They
everybody.
wanted the system perfect, and that's why they came in and did it, so.
So they're trying hard to make it right and to make us so we'll be comfortable next year.
Other than that, you got anything from the, any questions?
I do have one issue. We've been working on this sign, it seems like, I know it seems like forever. Half the sign is working. The sign on the eastbound side is working, the west, for some reason is working. I've been on and off with the sign company today. They have a call in to the manufacturer. They're going to get back to me as soon as possible. They're gonna have the sign company look into what possible reason. We have one side working. It tells you the time, the date, temperature, a little message. The other side's just not working, and they don't know why, but it does have power. That took almost, 3 weeks for our company to get it.
Did you get the email that I sent, that, what National Grid sent? I think I forwarded it to
I
you.
don't know. I was gone all day. I was out of town all day today.
And I sent it to everybody, I thought I did, that they completed their portion of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dino did the wiring, and so that's done. It's some kind of glitch. They're gonna look into it. We have a number, you know, a problem number that they're looking into, and they're gonna call Crystal and CC me on everything. So hopefully by the next meeting, everything will be up and running and lighted and everything.
And so far, it only says time, date, temperature. I took the training on how to put anything up there, so anything you guys want, let me know. But I can't, because I can't see the other side of the sign. The dimensions are funny, like I put our town seal on there at first, and it was like way blown up, you couldn't tell. So without me being able to see it, with getting in my car and going driving and seeing what it looks like, whatever I put up on there, I'm just gonna have to play around with it a little bit. So right now, it's just the time, date, temperature.
It'll take a little while, but we'll.
Okay, nothing from the court, you said?
Nope, nothing from the assessor either.
All right, dog control?
APF called and said that the shelter was full, so if we needed to take a dog there, we'd be out of luck. They were supposed to notify me, which they didn't. 3 weeks went by. I finally drove down because I figured I won't get a hold of anybody. It usually is what happens. And they said, yeah, it's up and running again, that they're no longer full. So I asked them to call me directly if they, if they have that problem again. And the same issue is going on in South Kelly with the two neighbors over the dog going on his property and tripping his cameras. So now it's up to 10 tickets for the owner. And he didn't realize it because there's so many multiple violations that he was charged with a Class A misdemeanor. So we gotta go back to court tomorrow. And now both he and his wife have, well, they're not married, so it's a lot of silliness going on, but she is the tag holder. They are living together. They're not married, but being that they're both on the property with the dogs, the tickets can go to both of them. So hopefully they'll stop doing this. I went up Saturday to ticket the lady, and they were putting up a fence. So I think they're finally taking it serious. Because the guy is, the homeowner, his cameras are always gonna be there. Anytime the dog goes over and trips it, he's gonna send me the photo, and it's like every time I get a photo, I gotta give a ticket to these people, so. But it's been a going around in circles chasing your tail thing. It's been going on for a couple of months. And it's like, if it wasn't for those two people in Birchwood and South Kelly, it'd be really pretty quiet. There's not a lot going on, but usually that's what happens. So, my fingers crossed that it's all done.
Anything else?
That's it, I hope.
Any questions for Brian? Jen? No? And Bob? Okay, Bristol.
live on South Kelly.
Hunting season has begun. The window to apply for a doe permit has closed, but you can still
I'd rather
purchase your
not.
hunting license
It's,
at the
yeah,
town
they're
hall as
just
long as hunting
between two
season
people.
is active. And Schenectady County is holding their rabies clinic, their annual one, on
Oh.
Saturday, November 1st at our town hall.
Oh,
So that's coming up.
Wow.
They do ask that you register ahead of time. The registration is done online. It's at health.newyork.gov/go-to-clinic. This service is free to Schenectady County residents. They ask that if you have any questions regarding it, that you call Schenectady County Public Health Services at 518-386-2820. That's it.
Anything else? Oh, there is one thing. Did Carol talk to you about the hiring of to clean the floors and do?
She told me she was getting quotes. I don't know where she left that.
I know, I gave her some people to call,
Yeah, and she did that, and I haven't seen her.
and I forgot to ask her if she took care of that. All right, thank you, Kristen. Meeting minutes is hereby resolved, the meeting minutes of September 9th, 2025, regular town board meeting are approved or as amended. Discussion.
We'll make a motion.
Is there a second? Second. Kristen.
Councilman Golding,
Yeah.
Councilman Jack Russo, Councilman Mora,
Yes.
Councilman Myers,
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito.
Yes, resolution passes. 2026 budget public hearing. Is hereby,
You want me to read it, Lou?
yeah, go ahead and read it.
Quick, before we do this, do you want to talk about next month's meeting, whether you still want to hold it on that day? Because we have to call for the date on this resolution.
It's a holiday.
Oh, yeah, that's right, it's,
Veterans Day.
It's
yeah,
Veterans Day, our next
that's
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day, we gotta change the date. Anybody have anything in mind? Can't do it on a Wednesday because that's court night.
Yeah, do you know when I'm going for that eye surgery?
What week are we talking about? November 10th.
November, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the 17th.
I can go the
That's the
17th.
following week.
Last year, it fell on Election Day, our regular meeting, and we just pushed it a week, so I don't know if you want to do the same. Seems to be a November trend right now, the meeting submission.
They do it Thursday night. It's not
Thursday night, there's not,
That's not the planning.
Planning board, there's,
No,
well,
that's
no.
the second
that's only
Thursday.
once.
Yeah,
That's only a second.
at the end of the
That's the
month.
second Thursday, it's not even our night.
Right,
Right.
We could do it.
we could do it, that pushes off a couple days.
You have to post it and
So what day are we looking at?
The
Thursday.
13th,
11, 12, 13.
13.
The second Thursday then it would be, correct?
Oh, the same week.
Yeah,
The same week, 2 days.
What time are you talking about?
7
Same time.
o'clock.
We have to have a resolution on that, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Had it ready, just in case.
Okay, go ahead, Kristen.
November regular town board meeting rescheduled. It is hereby resolved, the town board approves moving the regular town board meeting scheduled for Tuesday, November 11th, 2025 at 7 PM to Thursday, November 13th at 7 PM. The town clerk will post the appropriate notices.
Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second,
Kristen?
All right, Councilman Goldie?
Yes.
Councilman Jacaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. So this next one for the public hearing then for.
Yep, we're just gonna change the date to the 13th. I can still read it for you, I just
Yeah,
wanted to
go
make sure.
ahead.
Okay. So this is for the 2026 budget public hearing. It is hereby resolved in accordance with provisions of section 106 of the town law and other applicable provisions of the law. The town board of the town of Princetown approves and adopts the 2026 tentative budget as the 2026 preliminary budget. Such preliminary budget will be filed in the office of the town clerk, where it will be available for public inspection. And the town board of the town of Princetown will meet on November 13th, 2025 at 7 PM at the Princetown Town Hall, 165 Princetown Plaza, Schenectady, New York, 12306, to hold a public hearing on the aforementioned preliminary budget. The town clerk shall give legal notice in the Daily Gazette of this public hearing at least 5 days prior to the public hearing. The public notice shall also be posted on the town's website at least 5 days prior to the meeting.
We all set with that? Is there a
Yeah.
motion?
I'll make it.
And a second?
I'll second.
Kristen?
Councilman Pavolli?
Yes.
Councilman Jacaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. General funds claim, is hereby resolved, the town board approves claim number 173 through 192, 2025, in the amount of $21,976.49. Discussion?
Does this include Dino's,
Yeah.
bill? Okay.
Gotta be in there, yes. Anything else, discussion?
I'll make the motion.
Second,
Councilman Pavolli?
Yes.
Councilman Jacaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Water funds claim, it's hereby resolved that the town board approves claim number 98 through 112 of 2025 in the amount of $14,295.70. Discussion? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second? I'll second it. Bristol?
Councilman Pavolli?
Yes.
Councilman Jacaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Trust and agency funds claims, hereby resolved the town board approves claim number 5 through 6 of 2025 in the amount of $11,996.94. Discussion?
I'll make the motion.
Second,
Councilman Pavolli?
Yes.
Councilman Jacaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Highway funds claims, hereby resolved the town board approves claims number 8 of 2025 in the amount of $20,677.26. I think this is for the snow plowing for last year.
It's the beginning of this year, January.
Beginning of this
13th.
year, yes, correct. So they're finally sent us the bill, we're paying it now. Any further discussion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Councilman Pavolli?
Yes.
Councilman Jacaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Let's see, highway funds transfer is hereby resolved, the town board approves the transfer of $20,677 from the general fund to the highway fund to cover the voucher number 8 of 2025. Discussion? Is there a motion?
Make the motion.
Second?
Second,
Bristol?
Councilman Pavolli?
Yes.
Councilman Jacaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Privilege of the floor. At every scheduled town board meeting, the public shall have the right to address the town board during a portion of the meeting referred to as privilege of the floor. Members of the public should restrict their comments to items of town business, although there is no official time constraint. Speakers should be Considerate of others so that all interested members of the public have an opportunity to be heard, there shall be one portion of the meeting dedicated to privilege of the floor. All remarks and questions shall be addressed to the board. No person shall enter into discussion with the person having the floor. Council members may address any comments during the portion of the meeting referred to as council member comments. Privilege of the floor is opened up at 7:35.
Do you
Go
have
ahead.
anything, Anthony?
Yeah. Go over
You can
there.
go up there, you can stay here, there's nobody here, so.
As long as we can hear you.
Well, I'll stay
Just
there.
speak up a little
Can't
louder.
hear you.
Yeah, Anthony Torrey, South Kelly Road. I wanted to address an issue that you're kind of addressing, the zoning law update. I think a month or two ago, you passed a resolution to update the current 2006 zoning law to incorporate the 4 or 5 changes that had been done over the last 20 years by previous town boards. Planning board had put that document together back in the summer of '24 and presented it to you. It's been brought up a few times and you took action on it. I just want to raise 2 points in regard to that. This summer, you also made a change. Let me step back for a second. Your resolution says you'll update the current zoning law to May or June of 2024. And I think there's 5 or 6 changes that have been done over the last 20 years that you're going to incorporate, along with a new format that the planning board had proposed. But just in June of this year, you passed another zoning law change having to do with residential use in commercial zones. And I would just ask you to consider changing the resolution to incorporate that most recent change into the new version of the law. I mean, it would seem to make sense to me that if you're going to make the effort to incorporate the past 5 or 6 changes over, like I say, the 20 years since 2006, that do the one that you just did a couple of months ago, again in regards to residential use in the commercial zones. That was one item. Second item has to do with a code enforcement issue that came up in the summer of '24. Determination was made by Mr. Parisi, town attorney. It had to do with setbacks. And the setbacks are very stringent or detailed in Article 5 and 6 of the zoning law. The case at hand was in town court. It was determined that Mr. Parisi found an issue in Article 7, supplementary regulations, which kind of was inconsistent with the specific requirements of Article 5 and 6 for zoning setbacks. So, I mean, we've been doing zoning setbacks in regards to Article 5 and 6 since 2006. So much distance for accessory uses, accessory structures. And I think the finding kind of put that all to the side, that the specific requirements of Article 5 and 6 were negated by the finding of the supplementary regulations in regards to setbacks. So Mr. Parisi and I and Doug Cole were involved with some emails back and forth. I tried to convince him that it wasn't a concern. He's the town attorney. His determination was it was a concern, and then it kind of offset the things that we've been doing for 20 years under Article 5 and 6 of the zoning law. So I would ask you to assign Mr. Parisi, and maybe Doug Cole can work with him, to change the supplementary regulation of Article 7. And I think it might only be elimination of a sentence or a change of a few words, or elimination of a couple of sentences, that would get rid of this inconsistency. Because I would hate to think that we have to move forward with a new law that really says, if I understood correctly, and I may not have, that setbacks really have no application in the town due to this inconsistency in Article, that's stated in Article 7. So we don't really, for the planning board, the zoning board, and certainly for code enforcement, building inspector, I'm not sure, based on the finding, that we can say the setbacks of Article 5 and 6 are applicable to both residential and commercial areas and uses. So I'd just like you to consider that. In particular, the change you made to residential use in commercial zones just this past June, but to think about this inconsistency that Mr. Parisi had found in Article 7, and would like to see that addressed if possible. The other item I have is very brief. I know that Mr. Parisi and Rob Cohen, who supports the planning board and the zoning board, are done in December. I hope that the town board is doing something, so come January, yourselves and as well as the planning board and the zoning board will have legal representation at our meetings. So, that's it. Thank you.
Mulder, since there's nobody here, does anybody have any questions for him about what he's talking about? Ben?
I understand the incorporating up to June 25, I got that right. I'd have to look at the articles. I remember the conflict though with some non-conforming.
It was a business on Route 7 that had put up an accessory structure.
Yeah.
What we thought was, or what code enforcement thought was in the setbacks, which are pretty straightforward in Article 5 and 6, but the issue of Article 7 raises that inconsistency in applying them across the board. So,
Yeah, I remember.
okay.
Bob, you have anything?
Not this time.
Gerard, is there anything coming? Okay, all right.
Thank you.
I mean, do you guys have a recommendation on what the wording should be?
Well,
Is that something, I don't know if you've worked on
I
it
know
yet.
Doug Cole and I probably did last summer, but, no, and I'm not the chairperson any longer, so I guess, Doug Cole certainly understands the situation, as Tom Marini does too. But no, we don't have a specific recommendation, I certainly don't at this point, in regards to changing that Article 7 section. I don't think it's too involved,
Probably not.
but,
This may take a while because Doug Cole's got to be working on a problem that we got with the water system right now. So, certainly won't happen right away. I'll talk to him.
Well, I think- I think it needs to be assigned to Mr. Parisi if you decide to do something, because he's the one that found the determination that there was an inconsistency, and it will probably be best coming from him to say, this eliminates my concerns, and the setbacks of Article 5 and 6 are enforced, and this issue is resolved by whatever changes would be necessary. So,
I'll have to go back and look at it, and maybe next board meeting I'll tell you. I vaguely remember the issue, but I don't remember the details,
Yeah,
so I'll have to
sure.
go back and look, and then I'll tell you what my thoughts were.
okay.
I don't remember off the top. of
No,
my head.
I understand, sure. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. So speak a little louder.
Yeah, Jennifer Blessing, Gifford Church Road. I do want to support what Anthony said, since I am finalizing the revised zoning law. If we can bring it up to where we are currently and not end with 2024, I think it'd be wise to go ahead and do that, but obviously that's in your purview at this time. The main thing I wanted to say, though, is I know there had been comments made that the new sign would provide sufficient lighting at the entrance on Route 7. I am concerned that it really is not. We have power on the other side, as you're well aware, for the current sign, the old sign that exists still. I would like to recommend that the town consider putting some kind of light pole up there, just to help define that space a little bit more, because even with the top part of the sign lit up tonight, it's still very, very dark in that area. So I just want to throw that out there and see what y'all might be able to consider with that.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you, Jennifer. Any others? Okay, we'll close up privilege of the floor at 7:45. Council member comments, discussion, Ben, got anything?
So I gave everybody, well, Crystal printed it off, the two law firms that we were in contact with. You can see the one is a pretty lengthy document. I would probably need some help understanding everything in there. The second one is exactly what Gerard's doing now. The price is the same, the description's the same. It's pretty much, I think, identical to what you currently do.
It looks similar, yeah.
So, I mean, you're here, Jen, and there's three of us, so. You know, I told them we were gonna talk about it at this meeting, and then I can go back to them if you have any questions, or, you know, if there's one that you're comfortable with now.
What's this guy, Earl Ready?
Say that again?
Earl Ready?
Yeah, it's the Romer Wallens Gold one. That's the one where they just have that paragraph, same rate as what Gerard has now.
And obviously, they've done town work before.
Yeah, these were the two law firms that we were recommended to contact because they have municipal law experience,
Okay,
so.
no.
Do we not have to go to 3? Like a standard bid process?
We only got 2 recommendations. I don't know how many, there's not really.
Not for professional services, I don't
Okay,
Yeah, and that,
Yeah, that's
Pool
for
is limited.
purchases.
okay.
That's a purchase thing.
We also had that one gentleman who came and spoke. I think he was working with some of the other towns on solar possibly, or battery storage. And he said he was an attorney for several towns too, so I don't know if it's worth
well, the
going
guy
back
with
through
the
the notes.
Verizon stuff.
I
Is that
don't
him?
remember if it was I don't think it was Verizon.
Yeah, it was, I think
I
so.
think it was
Was
the Verizon guy, yeah.
I just remember him saying he was an attorney for several towns too, so.
Okay, this is just for town board, right?
Yeah, I didn't ask about planning and zoning because I didn't know
Yeah, what's
what
happening?
Rob was
Gonna
saying.
stay with us or what?
I told him I'll ask Rob tomorrow, I'll email you tomorrow.
All right.
And I didn't know, I'm assuming, would they be able to take Rob's, you know, add that to their proposal, or?
Yeah, I mean, if he says no,
Yeah.
then I'll ask. I don't see why they wouldn't.
See if he wants to do it.
I'll check with Rob tomorrow.
All right. We got no problem with Rob, you know.
Well, you want to get rid of me, though.
No, you're leaving us, see the difference.
So I mean, if you guys
No
want
hard
to
feelings. We love you, but you know.
Same, right back at you.
if you want to read it over and then maybe let me know by the end of the week. We don't have a lot of time left, so.
We should say we don't. No.
Got 2 months.
Well, we gotta, well, at the organizational meeting, we'll do it, right?
Well, they have to, I gotta tell one of them.
Yeah, I
Be
know.
cool with
Get
them.
somebody ready to go at the organizational meeting.
Yeah, and I
No, we
would,
pass it and then throw it at him. You're it. Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm good with either one of them. The one is a flat fee, it's the same, you know,
Other line.
and then the other one's hourly. Though there was a lot of numbers there and,
There's a lot of paperwork here.
yeah,
Well, they're a bigger firm.
yeah.
Like the house to me.
They may not wanna do that, you know, have 2 different firms, one doing the planning board and one doing the town board,
Who won't?
the new attorney.
Did you talk to them at all about that?
Help, because I was under the impression that,
There might be a lot of conflict of interest, I would think, if 2 of them decide over there, one has one opinion and one has another opinion. It's only my comment on it.
Yeah. I'll check with Rob, and I'll call you tomorrow.
it's uncommon to have 2 different law firms.
No.
I mean, it's just preference. They may want to do both, they, you know. just
Well, we'll see.
Well, they're both are on board with just the town board side of things.
Right.
I don't see why they would be opposed, but I'll ask if he says no.
Yeah.
And then, should we pass a resolution to update this zoning stuff through June 25? Like what Anthony had said and Jen had said?
Or Anthony?
Right, isn't that what you asked us to do?
Well, we've gotta wait to
You
see.
gotta wait and see what Gerard says.
Gerard finds
Right,
out.
right.
No, not the Article 7 stuff. Bringing the new zoning law that we passed in June, included in that updated
To
document.
include the most recent amendments.
Yeah, because we had only passed it through,
May or June of '24, I think, is when we had drafted that for them, I think, but, well, I don't, I mean, maybe you want to see if you want to change Article 7 or not, and then do a resolution, I mean, that's up to you guys, but.
What are you thinking,
No matter to me, whatever you guys think.
well, this sounds like it's just an organizational thing. If we change the zoning law, we've got to go through a public hearing and,
Yeah,
It's
then
a little more
but then he's saying
lengthy.
if you go through that, wait to add it to that new package, if you're gonna go
Okay.
through with that. I'd say at least wait till next month, I get back to you on that Article
Yeah.
7 thing before you decide.
Also, I know Joan and Jen put it together originally. Would you be willing to add that it's a new?
Yeah, I haven't
law in
finalized
there?
yet, so,
Okay.
in fact, I need to ask Ronnie to take it down. She put up a draft.
It's
I know it's not visible,
Yeah.
except on certain browsers, but still, it shouldn't be up there because it's not final.
Just to be sure here, I know you've determined that you don't need a public hearing, because all these changes were done by public hearing, town board resolutions and public hearings before. We did propose to change the format. Does that require a public hearing? We're going from a, was it 3-column page writing to a single page format?
I don't think it would matter, but maybe if, Jen, if you have whatever it is, if you can email it to me so I can see what you're talking about.
Okay,
I
will do.
don't think it's the same laws.
Yes.
It's changed, it
Yes.
shouldn't matter.
Just the visual format.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, what's this division of police thing?
We're gonna discuss that in
Okay.
Yeah. Adina Viscusi brought power from the pole down to our sign. So the good news is, we have power right there. We have plenty of power. So if we do want to put a light up, the hard part's done. So the easy part would be, having a light installed. So that shouldn't be an issue. And I do agree with you. I've gone by here, I can't tell you how many times I've driven by here. I'm on I live around a corner, I come by, next thing I know, I'm in Dunkin' Donuts. So I wouldn't mind seeing a light there too, a little bit more lighting on that roadway. Designating where we are, that wouldn't hurt. And the good news is, like I said, we got the power. It was not cheap to get the power here from the pole. We had to ditch witch it in. It was a big deal. But we do have it, so hopefully that can get possibly accomplished.
It was a help coming in this evening, seeing the blue sign, but I have to admit, and it may be my age, that I still had trouble seeing exactly where that
Well,
blacktop
remember
was to
that
take my
part
turn.
of the sign isn't working. So when it's working,
That'll help,
it'll
yeah.
help,
Right.
and it's all digital, and we'll be able to put as many lumens as we want in there, significantly more than we have now. It takes a lot of planning. When I was ordering the sign, that's one of the things they said, that we're gonna have a lot of control over the lumen amount coming out of there. But you gotta play with it. It's all software, it's all fiddling around, and this is the part that, Chris will work on when she gets,
Our lights are on this side right now, right?
The lights are on, coming from the east going west. There's some lights on. It's just a little, I think, what's on there, the temperature and time?
Time, temperature, and date.
Yeah. But
I'm
we
talking
can,
about the lights we got, post lights. They're on this side.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing, is
We could
where
put one of
the
those
old
over there.
sign is between the State Troopers and Princetown Way.
yeah,
We
The
own
other
that
thing-
property where the sign is, correct? We own the property where the sign is, so we can put one of our post lights there.
yeah, the main thing is we got power. That's the big money issue. You don't have to redo that.
If you don't mind me saying, my recommendation is to put it between where the current sign, 2 spotlights in the tree are sitting right now. Because the other element is we do get medical calls at State Troopers Barracks. So the ability for people to see both of those roadways really is important. Putting it over where the sign is not gonna help as much, because you're already gonna have lighting on that side. So I would recommend taking where those two spotlights are right now and reusing the power that's there.
And putting one of the post lights there, like we have.
As long as,
It'll dim the sign too, to have a light over it.
yes. The other thing too is be careful with the amount of lumens, because those of us with glasses at night, it really is hard to read if they're too bright.
Well, the good thing is it's all adjustable, so
Yeah.
we'll get it working properly once, they'll be calling us hopefully this week.
Okay, thank you very much. Any others? Oh, we closed it all.
No, it's-
So,
yeah.
all right,
So,
you got anything? Nick? Bob?
No.
You got anything else?
No.
All right, we're gonna have to go into executive session to discuss a legal matter. Is there a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Chris?
Councilman Spaulding?